Okay, so we left off with adding fillets to the tall cylinder. So now I'm going to create a circular pattern, and I already have my work saved here. So adding a circular pattern, or creating a circular pattern. Create 6 tall cylinder extrusions with cuts and fillets evenly spaced about the central axis of the part using the circular pattern tool. This sounds like it's going to be complicated. So 6 tall cylinders. We just made 1 tall cylinder, so we're going to make 6 of them. Extrusions with cuts and fillets. So we made an extrusion, so it pops out with a cut, hole in the middle, and fillets, the curved edges, evenly spaced about the central axis. What that means, if you imagine the center, it's going to be spaced evenly around. We're going to have some more cylinders around there. All right, so I'm going to click View. I have it already shown. If you didn't have it shown, if it looked like this, you're going to press the black triangle and it'll open up. You go to View, and then I scroll down to Hide Show, and then I scroll down to Temporary Axes, and I click. And then I clicked off of the drop-down menu. This shows all of the system-generated axes in the part. You select one as the central axis of the pattern. So this blue line here is the center of my tall cylinder. This blue line here is the central axis for the entire diagram. So I want to put the cylinders around this center axis. I don't necessarily want 6 more around this cylinder. So hopefully that makes sense. Here's the center, and it's all the way around. I'm going to put little cylinders around the edges. Okay, so to do this, on the Features toolbar, so Features, Feature Manager, here's the Features toolbar up here. Expand the Linear Pattern Flyout toolbar and click Circular Pattern. So here's Linear Pattern. I'm going to drop that down. Circular Pattern. In the Property Manager, over here, under Direction 1, which is there, select the temporary axis in the center of the part for pattern axis. So under Direction 1, select the temporary axis in the center of the part. So here it is. For pattern axis. I don't see pattern axis right here. Select equal spacing. So spacing, it says 15 degrees. Oh, equal spacing right there. Equal spacing. So axis 1, I selected it by clicking on it. And then I don't want instant spacing, I want equal spacing. So select equal spacing to pattern the number of instances uniformly around the axis within 360 degrees. So it uniformly means in a uniformed pattern. So they look like they're nice and symmetrically spaced. 360 degrees, how many degrees are in a circle? All right, set number of instances, so that's this icon, to 6. So even though we already have 1, we're going to need 5 more. So we have 6. Okay. Click in the Features to Pattern. So that's this icon right here. So Features to Pattern. Right there. In the Flyout Feature Manager Design Tree, in the Graphics area, select the last 3 features. Okay, so this is the Feature Manager Design Tree. So I've got this selected. Now I'm going to go click on some stuff that I want to go in there. So I go back here. It pops up. So I want Fillet 2. cut extrude to, and boss extrude 3. Okay. So I've got fillet 2, boss extrude 3, and cut extrude 2. Now I click check. So you can see, as before I clicked the check mark, everything was diagrammed in yellow, just like here. So it's all going to show up. So basically, we created the tall cylinder with the boss extrude, the cut extrude, and the fillet, and we selected that because that's what we wanted copied. And then it copied it over for us, and it spaced them out evenly. Now it says, let's add the last fillet. So click View Hide, click View, Hide Show, Temporary Access. Now I'm going to turn those off so we don't see them anymore. And then I'm going to click Fillet here on the Features toolbar. Select 2 edges as shown. You need to select 1 edge on the inside of the ring and 1 edge on the outside of the ring. So I can kind of see the edge here of this ring. I'm going to select that. And then I can see 1 edge on the outside and select that. So now it's going to add a fillet to those edges because we've created a whole bunch of cylinders and we want it to be curved as it goes into those pieces. And then I click the check mark. Failed to create fillet. Please check the input geometry and radius values or try using the face fillet option. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay, let me pause my video and see what is happening here, if I can figure it out. I figured it out. All right, so I already clicked View, Hide, Show, Temporary Axes to turn off. Now, if I click on Fillet, and it says to select the 2 edges, so select, select. Once it's orange, you click. Once it turns blue, it's highlighted. It's selected. It says click check to add a 2 millimeter fillet. But if you look down here, it had said 10 millimeter. And then when I clicked on the check mark, it was saying it's too much of a radius. So it really needs to say 2. So it must not have saved from the last time we did a fillet. So 2 millimeter. And now if I press the green check mark, voila, it is all done. And now we can click Save. Or File Save As. You can name your file, so Blaylock 10-2, adding last fillet. Save. And then don't forget, you can upload that to your Google Drive. Okay, so it says, for your first drawing, you create the drawing shown below, which we did. The drawing contains many views, center lines, center marks, and dimensions. So I'm going to create a new video to show you all of those features.